Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed until water pollution. Now, let us discuss about soil. There are many minerals in the soil, and soil is known to be mineral rich. Okay, and what is soil first? Soil, the fine particles having outer crust of the earth which supports the growth of the plants is known as soil. The fine particles having outer crust of the earth which supports the growth of the plants is known as soil. So we have already learned that along with water and temperature, soil also is an important resource that decides the biodiversity in an area or the diversity of life in an area. So along with water and temperature, the soil also decides the type of the soil, quality of the soil, decides as a resource, the biodiversity of an area, because soil contains many minerals, and these minerals support the growth of the plants. If plants are grown, the plant dependent herbivorous animals will be grown, and if herbivorous animals are grown, the herbivorous animal dependent carnivorous and omnivorous animals are grown. If soil is not there in proper condition or with proper quality, then it does not support the growth of the plant, and plants are not properly grown. The herbivorous animals, they cannot grow properly. When herbivorous animals are not there, carnivorous and omnivorous animals also cannot be growing properly. Such that along with water and temperature, the type and the quality of the soil also is very, very important factor in deciding the biodiversity of a given area. Okay. And soil contains many minerals, already I have discussed. How soil is formed? Soil is formed from huge rocks by a special process known as weathering. Soil is formed from huge rocks by weathering process. This weathering process, will it take place within short span of time? No. It takes long periods of time, thousands and millions of years. The soil forming weathering process, it takes long periods of time, thousands and millions of years. What happens in the weathering process? In weathering process, the rocks at the surface of the earth or the rocks near to the surface of the earth, they are broken down. In weathering process, what is happening? The rocks at the surface of the earth or the rocks near to the surface of the earth are broken down. How they are broken down? What is causing the breakdown of rocks? The rocks are broken down by different physical, chemical, and some biological processes. Okay. Rocks are broken down by different physical, chemical, and some biological processes. Factors are the processes that make soil are sun, water, wind, and living organisms. So these are the 4 different types of factors that make the soil or that cause the weathering process, simply to speak. So how do they play their role? If you take sun heats up the rocks during the daytime. And when the rocks are heated, due to heating, there is expansion of rocks that it is taking place. And if we carefully observe what I told you, Weathering is the process of breakdown of huge rocks, because soil forms from the breakdown of huge rocks. So this huge rock, when it is exposed to sunlight, the outer surface is getting more heat and inner area of the rock will be getting less heated. So based on the heat only the expansion takes place, right? Based on the heat only the expansion takes place. So outer surface is expanding more and the inner core, it is expanding less, right? And these heated up rocks, they cool down during the night time. And something that it is heated, if it gets cooled, what happens? Contraction of that material takes place. So daytime rocks got heated and they have undergone expansion. Now night time they got cooled, and so there is a contraction in the rocks in the night time. As I already said, all parts of the rocks do not expand or do not contract evenly or to the same level. So what is happening? Uneven expansion and uneven contraction of the rocks are taking place during the daytime and nighttime respectively. This uneven contraction and expansion of rocks, it results in the formation of cracks in the rocks. Cracks in the rocks. Thus, due to these cracks, the huge rocks break up into small pieces, right? So thus the sun is causing the breakdown of rocks into small pieces. And what is the role of water? What is the role of water? Water plays the role in two different ways in the process of weathering. Water plays its role in two different ways in the process of weathering. What are they? First one, water could get into the cracks of these rocks. I already told just now, because of sun's uneven heating and uneven cooling, cracks are formed. Into these cracks, when water enters, sometimes water enters, water could get into the cracks of these rocks. And if some cooling is taking place, freezing of this water occurs. And we all know that when compared to the volume of water and the volume of the ice that is formed from the same water, whose volume is more? Ice volume is more. So because of freezing of the water that entered in the cracks, the volume of the ice is increasing than the water. So these cracks will be further getting widened. These cracks will be getting further widened. Means still they are getting elevated. Means the crack will be increased more. Thus, so by entering into the cracks, then freezing, then widening these cracks, the water is helping the breakdown of the rocks further. That is the first way. Second way, fast flowing water, it can carry big and small particles of rocks in its downstream. Okay, if you take the fast flowing water, in that water flow, many big and small rocks, they will be getting carried in the downstream. As these rock pieces or particles are carried in the downstream of water, they rub each other. They rub each other. This rubbing causes abrasion. Abrasion means removing the layers from the rocks. Abrasion. This abrasion results in the formation of smaller particles of the rock. These finer particles of the rock are then taken further down by the flowing water, and these finer particles are deposited as soil farther, means distantly located, farther away from the parent rock. We all know that the rivers will form deltas. Okay, these deltas are nothing but a fine soil that is carried by the flow of water of that particular river. Okay, so which will be very rich in mineral nutrients. Right. Next, how wind plays its role. Like how flowing water rubs the rock particles with each other. Like how flowing water rubs the rock particles with each other. Strong winds also erode the rocks. Erode means breaking down the rocks. Like how flowing water carries the finer particles of the soil, the wind also carries the sand from one place to another place. This is how wind also plays the role. But the role of sun and the role of the water is more significant than the role of wind. But still, wind also plays its role. So, coming to living organisms. If you take a barren rock, simple, bare rock is there, nothing is there in that. Due to some rainy season, some wet layer is present on that rock. In the air, always some sorts of fine seeds are present, which are belonging to some small type of plants like mosses, algae, etc. And there is a symbiotic association of alga and fungus also is present, which is called lichens. These lichens can easily grow on the bare rock provided if a moisture layer is present on that bare rock. So when lichens grow on the bare rocks during the rainy season, these lichens are having a tendency to release some acidic secretions. These acidic secretions cause the rock surface to get powdered, means powder form. So whenever you just pour some acid on the ground, it will be, a layer will be removed. In the same way, when acidic secretions are released by the lichens which are growing on bare rock, the outer surface of the rock will be getting powdered and it forms a thin layer of soil. It forms a thin layer of soil on the bare rock. After this thin layer of soil is formed on the bare rock, small plants like mosses are special small plants which can be seen on even old pillars also, old monument pillars also, like a small grass attached to the pillar. How that small grass like thing is attached to the pillar? That is not grass, that is nothing but mosses. These mosses, they grow on this thin layer of soil of the rock. And this results further in the formation of soil by breaking up the rocks. These mosses also, they further penetrate with their root-like structures. Mosses do not have original roots, but they have root-like structures. With the root-like structures, further they can penetrate little bit and little more soil can be formed. Upon the death of these mosses, some more layer of organic matter is going to be present on this rock. And as the penetration of this rock by the mosses, root-like structures has already taken place, some more layer of soil is formed. Okay. So using this layer of soil, the seeds of large plants also start germinating. So, when the roots of big trees go into the cracks of the rock, okay, these roots will keep increasing in their size. As the roots keep increasing in their size, or they keep growing bigger and bigger in the cracks of the rock, what will happen? The rocks will be getting further widened in the cracks and they will be getting broken down into pieces. Okay, so as the roots of the big trees entered in the cracks of the rock, then they start growing bigger and bigger. The cracks are forced to get widened and then broken down into smaller rock pieces. Like this, in the process of weathering, that is breakdown of the rocks to form the soil, different factors are involved. Okay, right? What you have to remember is soil is formed by the breakdown of rocks. How the rocks are broken down? By the sun's heat, uneven expansion and cooling results in the formation of cracks and the breakdown of the rock. Water when it is entering into the cracks, then freezing, and because of the freezing its volume is increased, then the cracks are further widened. And fast flowing water, it will carry the large rocks and smaller rock pieces, and in the downstream process, as these rocks are carried by the water flow, they rub with each other and abrasion results, and this will result in the formation of finer particles of the soil, which will be getting sedimented farther away from the parent rock, okay, in the form of deltas, right? Wind also plays the same role like how water plays its role. Wind also erodes the rocks and causes the breakdown of the rocks, right? Next, coming to biological organisms, lichens are the primary organisms that can grow on the bare rock, and lichens release acidic secretions. These acidic secretions cause the powder formation of the surface of the rock, and this powdered rock or powdered surface rock will provide thin layer of soil for the growth of the small plants like mosses, and these mosses further they grow and they cause the formation of minute cracks in the rocks, and bigger trees, okay, they just send their roots into these cracks, okay, and when these roots are grown bigger and bigger, these cracks will be forced to get widened apart, and the rock will be getting broken down into pieces. This is how the rocks are broken down into pieces and soil is formed. And weathering process takes long periods of time, thousands and millions of years of time, right?